Good evening. A little late night action, a little bit of insomnia. Yeah, every once in a while, I have these evenings where my mind is going a million miles a minute and just sleep in the cards right away. Went out and got some gas, took a little walk around Kroger. Just things that help me. You know, these are things that I've found work well for me. Is small walks, not overly stimulating, but still I gotta move. I can't just close my eyes and center myself. It's never worked for me. Um, so in the process, kind of got my mind going. I've been wanting to take a few minutes to make one of these videos. Life's been pretty busy. School started back up this semester a couple weeks ago, so it's been exciting. It's been a lot going on, but honestly, it's been a great time. Got to learn a lot just in a small period of time, and things are just going to get better. Um, and at the same time, I've managed to stay on top of my routine. It's not complete. It's not as structured as I'd like it to be, and that's something I'm going to fine tune this weekend. But just making sure I'm making time to get into the gym, making time to do my cardio, to make sure that I'm meal prepping and eating clean, and doing my best to make sure that I'm getting to bed at a decent hour every night. Tonight is kind of an exception to the rule. I had a night the other night too, and I think I was just sleeping wrong. I just couldn't stay asleep, but it could just be because of how busy the days are. I'm not real sure, but the point I'm trying to get at is, it's I understand where people are coming from when they say they can't find the time, or when they're just too tired, or they have a hard time finding the motivation. And that's another one of the big things that I wanted to focus on doing these, is just kind of being there, being a motivator, being a person to reach out to if you're finding yourself hitting a wall, or you need somebody to talk to, or some advice. Kind of share my thoughts. So I've been staying on top of these, and I feel fantastic. Honestly, things are going better. I'm much more clear-headed this semester than last time. Last time I was just in such a jumble. I was so busy between work and outside life and school. I just got overwhelmed, and I stopped working out, and it put a damper on a lot of things for me. This time I've managed to stay on top of it, and I know we're only 2 weeks in, but I'm going to keep the momentum because it's important. And because since I started doing these, I've had some people reach out to me, and it's kind of a team effort to hold each other accountable. And I feel bad that I haven't had as much time to keep up with people. I've been getting a lot of texts that I haven't been able to return, but just bear with me. I will get to you. I appreciate everybody taking the time to see how I'm doing, and still being understanding. A lot of my friends are educated, so they understand how college, while you're an adult with kids, working full time, it's a lot, but it's doable. I see a lot of people do it. A lot of people are very successful with it, and they also still manage to keep on top of the things that are important to them. Family, and ideally, on top of that is another thing, health. Kind of staying focused on the fitness part of this. Starting to get a little bit tired. I apologize. I'm kind of talking in circles. But anyways, staying engaged is something that I've struggled with in the past. Staying on task, with anything. My head kind of splits off, and I go in a million different directions. So I've got to kind of wrangle it in and just get refocused into what I'm doing. Taking the time to build a schedule and know exactly what I'm getting into every day has been a fantastic tool for making sure that I stay on task. It's making sure that I am staying goal oriented, and that I am accomplishing what needs to be done and what I want to do, what's important to me. So, then I got to take things into consideration, like these nights that I don't get good sleep. Whenever you don't sleep well, you're more likely to make poor decisions, not being well rested, and you're gonna crave things. You're gonna want to pound down coffee and just energy drink after energy drink, and that's all well and good for a minute, but in all reality the crash is going to be much worse. I've done this in the past. I've seen it. I've read a lot about it. Then most professionals will tell you that that's not the best course to go. Making sure that you're staying hydrated, making sure that you're still eating clean and eating enough, and just stay engaged, get through it, and make sure you get a good night's sleep the next night. Don't try to overdo it going and working out. Be careful of the stimulants and things like that. Alright, while editing that video, I realized that I kind of missed one of the big points that I wanted to talk about when it comes to the caffeine and the energy drinks and things like that. Using stimulants to get through the day. One of the problems you may run into with things like this is you're gonna take a big chance in not being able to sleep when you do go to bed in the evening. It's gonna kind of keep you up. It's gonna throw off your sleep schedule. So take that into consideration when you're, the timing. If you are drinking coffee or you are having an energy drink, just try to keep that in mind, that the later you do these things, the more likely it is going to not only affect when you get to bed, but the quality of your sleep. So I just wanted to throw this in the middle. It's gonna jump out, but that's editing. Sorry about that. Turned the car off and lost video. But that pretty much concluded the point I was trying to make, about having those tired days where you're beat, you didn't get much sleep, or maybe you just wore out. I mean, we all have those days. You wake up and you're not ready to get up and do it, but you do. Staying on top of staying hydrated, get some electrolytes in you if you need, especially if you're active. That's important regardless of your sleep. Making sure that you're not overdoing it with sweets and sugars and energy drinks and just trying to over caffeinate, overindulge. These things aren't going to benefit you. They can set you back, not just in your diet, but there's going to be a crash. You're going to get that quick little burst, but you're not going to be 100%, and you're going to crash hard, and you're going to be worse off than you were before. So, that concludes that part of it. And to kind of go back to what I was speaking on before, I know what it's like to have a busy life. There's a lot of people that have a much busier life than I do. They have much more involved jobs or, responsibilities, things that they have to do, and they still manage to make times for things that are important. It just takes planning. It takes consistency. Once you do something enough, it becomes a lot easier. It's really easy to get swept up in life and not keeping on top of not just your health, but things that are important to you. It's easy, but it's pretty detrimental. So if you need any kind of advice, if you need somebody to talk to, if you just need somebody to bounce ideas off of, feel free to contact me. That's the point of why I want to do these, is and try to be an outlet here. So maybe we can share some experience, or you can just tell me what's going on. I can, kind of give you my ideas, my thoughts on the situation. Maybe start a discussion to get someone else involved in too. Just whatever you got to do to help get you engaged, get you focused, get you on a path towards the goal that you have for yourself, towards the direction you want to head. So once again, thank you guys for taking the time to watch these. I've really enjoyed the feedback I've got. Please continue to do so. Most of the people that watch these have my cell phone number, so you can always reach out to me, or you can message me on Facebook where I post these, or you can leave comments on YouTube. I've really enjoyed doing this. I've been super busy the past couple of weeks, so it's been about a week. I'll try to keep on top of it more, but I still got to make sure that I'm taking time to get in the gym myself. So I'm going to continue to do these, continue to hold myself accountable, and continue to hold you accountable as well. We can kind of work as a team and help each other out. Well, I'm going to go try to get some sleep for work in the morning, and I will talk to you guys soon.